This is the USS Enterprise XCV-330, standing by for our experimental warp test flight.
This is USPA Command. You're cleared for flight. Godspeed, Commander Bernard.
October 2nd, 2129. This is the first log of what I assume to be many. It all happened so fast. Something went wrong with the experimental warp drive. I guess our systems weren't designed to handle Vulcan tech. We lost the warp drive and most of the ship's key systems. We dropped out of warp into unknown space, and I don't think the Vulcans have even made it out this far. Carson did the math. At sublight speeds, it should take us about 7 years to get us back home. This ship is equipped with 4 cryopods left over from when it was a Starliner, transporting people from Earth to Alpha 3 for the long journey. With 1 pod short, I've ordered the crew to use the cryopods. It's my job to see that the crew makes it home safely. And look. So, I've been able to repair the ship's hoop field generator. It should be enough power to power sublight speeds, but it's a far cry from warp. If Earth doesn't think we blew up, maybe we'll run into the rescue team soon. If not, I'm not looking forward to 7 years on this thing. There's just enough room to run a whole lap around the observation deck. That should suffice for exercise, but for food, that's a different story. I've been able to ration out about 2 months' worth, maybe 3. I'm not sure. Maybe someone will pick up our distress call and, give us a ride home. Give us a little food, maybe. What's going on now? It might be the reserve battery. I've been using it to help power some of the basic piloting systems. I can't keep using it forever, though. I need to conserve as much as I can. End log. Today I picked up something on the sensors. I can't tell what it is because I can only access the most basic functions. I'm hoping I can take more time to reconfigure them and see if I can find a trading outpost or a planet or something. The only reliable way to see if there's anything out there is to see it through the observation deck windows. And just hope that something appears. But all I see is the emptiness of space. It's like I'm on the edge of nowhere. I never thought space could be so unsettling. I'm done talking for the day. End log. I know it's been several days since my last log entry. I've come to the realization that I may never get back home. I'll never see my wife, Sarah, and I'll never see my son, Avery, ever again. I mean, Avery's only a year old. After 7 years, will he even know who I am? Carson, Mitchell, Kowalski, and Burke were awake, they'd tell me not to give up so easily. What if I were to switch places with one of them? No, I can't think like that. They're my crew. It's my job to stay awake and make sure we make it home. But why do I have to suffer and they get to sleep peacefully? Why do I have to wait 7 long years? With just myself and my thoughts. What if one of them had an unfortunate accident? And look. I couldn't do it. I stared at those cryopods for what seemed like hours, trying to decide if my life was worth more than one of my crew's. I walked up and down the crew, weighing their pros and cons. I had went so far as to get a crowbar, an emergency tool locker, and took it and walked up to the cryopods. I was ready to sacrifice a crew member. But before I did the unthinkable, I realized this is not who I am. I am not a killer. I am not a coward. This isolation had driven me to madness. What doesn't bother me is it wasn't the act of murder that bothered me. It was the fact that I was drawn to the decision so quickly. If this is any indication as to how the rest of my journey is going to be, I need to take extreme measures to prevent myself from succumbing to a basic animalistic instinct to survive at all costs. And look. Damn it, I'm about to lose internal power. Without it, the cryopods are useless. Rerouting reserve battery power to the... I was able to restore power to the cryopods using the reserve battery. Unfortunately, that also means I had to knock down some of the life support functions, including temperature control. You don't want to know how cold it is in here right now? The reserve battery only has 1 week left. I might be a frozen popsicle before then, of course. For now, I'm gonna turn off the log recorder, get a bottle of my favorite drink, and await my fate. I had to turn on the log recorder for this. Listen! That wasn't there before. There could be someone trying to make contact. I need to try and adjust the subspace antenna. That should do it. Hello? Can you hear me? This is Commander Franklin Menard of the USS Enterprise XCV-330, representing the United Earth Space Probe Agency and the people of Earth.
Comment? Tout est?
A lot has happened since my last log. At first, I wasn't able to understand them, but apparently they have some kind of translation device. I was able to piece our conversations together little by little, and they want to help. They're called Gallimites. Big toothy smiles, transparent skulls. You can see their brains over the visual feed. Though they've never heard of humans, they've agreed to help me fix the warp drive and get us back home. Their technology is superior to Earth's and even the Vulcans. I've thought about whether to awake the crew and tell them now or save it for when we get back home. I need to meet with the Gallimite engineer. I'm curious to see as how they're planning to bypass the annular warp field drive problems. And log. It's taken several days for the Gallimites to fix the warp drive, but it's all about to be worth it right here, very soon. I've decided not to wake the crew to save on resources. Plotting a course for Earth. Best possible speed. Engaging warp. Earth, we made it.
Enterprise? Is that really you?
Good to hear your voice, Commander. Enterprise has come home.
My son turned 10 just the other day. He said, thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. Can you teach me to throw? I said, not today, got a lot to do. He said, that's okay. And he walked away and a smile never dimmed. He said, I'm gonna be like him, yeah. You know I'm gonna be like him. Since retired, my son's moved away. I called him up just the other day. I said, I'd like to see you if you don't mind. He said, I'd love to, Dad, if I could find the time. See, the new job's a hassle and the kids with the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's been sure nice talking to you. And as I hung up the phone, it occurred to me, he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. And the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. We're gonna have a good time then.
Hey, son.
Yes?
Come here.
Yes, Dad?
This uniform used to belong to someone is in our family, Bard. I'd like to tell you about him.
Sure, Dad. That sounds great.